Okay, it's about 2:15 p.m. Pacific time on March 19th, and I want to talk about a story that broke today about Donald Trump's proposed tax plan and how it is going to, quote, line the pockets of the ultra wealthy with another round of giant tax handouts. So the analysis of Trump's tax plan was originally done by Meryl Cornfield in the Washington Post. It was put out early this morning. I don't read the Washington Post and I don't recommend it to other people because fuck Jeff Bezos. But there has been other reporting elsewhere since on Democrats.org and also in The Guardian. So I'm going to be paraphrasing and referencing here the article from Democrats.org. The article is called New Report, Trump's Tax Plan Means Massive Handouts for the Ultra Wealthy and Higher Costs for Working Families. Yes, I understand the bias of the source that I am using, but also this is an analysis of data, and we're talking about the impact, the financial impact to us, the American people. So this new analysis shows that Trump's tax plan will raise costs for us working families in order to actively transfer money to the richest Americans. Make no mistake, Trump doesn't care about what's best for the American people, just his billionaire backers and his own bottom lines. Remember what I've said? They only care about money. They only care about money. And they, tangentially or as an added benefit, care about inflicting suffering upon us. They want to use money to control us. The easiest way to do that is to divest us of as much of our money as possible and to put it into the hands of the people that want to oppress us. So this new analysis shows that Americans in the bottom 40% income bracket will all get a tax hike, and that will fund $180,000 in handouts to the ultra wealthy. From the Washington Post, these tax cuts will concentrate the largest benefit among the wealthiest. They will combine an extension of the current tax benefits that the super wealthy get under the Trump tax plan with cuts to safety net programs that would actively transfer money from low-income people to high-income earners. These are Yale researchers doing this analysis. That is what they found. The lowest income taxpayers in the United States under Trump's plan will see a loss of $1,125, while the richest 0.1% will see a benefit of more than $180,000. That will all come from lowering their taxes. In order to fund tax cuts for the super wealthy, that money has to come from somewhere, and it is going to come from all of us. It's going to come from working class folks. Our taxes are going to go up. We are going to see a reduction in our bank account in order to fatten the pockets of the super rich, the 0.1% of taxpayers. So while we are all paying heavier taxes, the top 1% of Americans are going to be $43,000 a year richer. The top 0.1% of Americans are going to be $181,000 a year richer with our money. Trump said to his wealthy donors, "You're all people that have a lot of money. You're rich as hell, and we're going to give you tax cuts." And we haven't even gotten into the ways that tariffs disproportionately impact working class people, and the tax cuts for corporations, and all of the government handouts that will be given to corporations in the forms of low interest loans, grants, funding, all with taxpayer dollars of working class Americans. I will never understand how any working class person could possibly think that a billionaire has their best interest at heart. It does not make sense to me at all. Like, how could you possibly think that the bros who made their wealth off of exploiting their workers could possibly care about the working class? Elon Musk says it to your face. He calls you and me and every other working class person the parasite class. And yet you think that he's doing work for the people with Doge? Like, you think that Donald Trump, who says he loves the uneducated, who makes fun of people in poverty, who has a giant stack of unpaid bills to his blue-collar contractors for his campaigns and his businesses over the years, who is infamous for stiffing his working class contractors, employees. You think that, man? You think both of those men care about working class people? Like, I don't understand how so many conservatives who are angry about the plight of the working class have misplaced all of their faith in their oppressor instead of anybody who has even a tiny bit of interest in liberating them. They put in power someone who just wants to squeeze them harder, make their quality of life more miserable. And they are like, "Please, sir, may I have another?" They are like, "Thank you for doing this," because they still hold out this deluded belief. Like, we're seeing Trump and Musk both say that we're going to have to go through this period of suffering. And even, one of my friends is married to a Republican, it's rough for them right now. It's rough for her right now. But she says her husband, constantly shifts the goalpost like these other Republicans, saying like, oh yeah, the economy's crashing right now. But I know he said he would make everything great on day one. I know he said he would make everything amazing, and he would fix the economy, and we would all be flourishing, and like our bank accounts would go up, and the economy would be booming. Everything would be just wonderful, wonderful starting day one. But, then he said, actually, I changed my mind. We have to go through a period of hardship, that this is just part of his plan, that he's got to tank the economy to rebuild it. No awareness of the fact that that is what fascists do. They destroy the economy, they destroy the government so they can rebuild it in their own image. And they can say, look, I fixed it. But they are the ones who broke it in the first place. Like, that is a classic fascist play. But so many MAGAs right now are like, no. The stock market tanking and the economic troubles and all these layoffs and the increased grocery prices, this is part of his master plan. Like, it's going to get better. We just have to write it out, right? So it is a sunk cost fallacy. It is moving the goalpost. It's both of those things combined of like, there is no line where he has gone too far for them. And also this like, well, I was in it initially. Like, I was so in it. I put my whole heart, I put my whole pussy in there. I gave money to his campaign. I went to his rallies. I loved and adored him. I, bought the merch, whatever. So I just got to keep believing. Like, I can't look at the fact that everything that I believed was a lie. I got to keep pushing for it, right? I got to keep moving the goalpost, and I have to keep saying that, like, I can't possibly face the fact that I've been hoodwinked and I've wasted years of my life worshiping a man who is exploiting me and is going to destroy my country. So I fully expect that this reporting will not reach them, and they won't care, and they will give you some reason about why it's a lie or it's not true, and he's gonna give all of them a $5,000 or $8,000 check, and like, it's about to be, it's just it's around the next bend, right? Like, over the next hill, around the next bend. There's the prosperity that Trump has promised us. There's the great America that he's promised us. Like, maybe we all got to suffer together right now while he is deporting people, while he is putting people in El Salvador in prisons with no due process whatsoever. We just got to let him starve, a couple million more of the world's poorest children. And then America is going to be great again. Then we're going to see the tax cuts for us. Then we're going to see our prosperity increase. We just got to hold out. I fully expect that to be the response to this. But since he campaigned on being so pro-working class, and since all of the MAGA believed that they were going to get a tax cut, I just felt that I had to report this. And let's not forget that tariffs are also a tax. So it's not just your income taxes going up. It's not just the cost of living going up. It's not just the prices of things in the store going up. It is also tariffs are a tax. And for what? I am very happy to pay my taxes if they go to things like making sure my bridges are safe to drive over, making sure that my electric grid is functional, making sure that the poorest and most vulnerable in my community are cared for, making sure that we have research into finding new drugs and cures for cancer. Like, I'm perfectly happy to pay taxes for those kinds of things. But like, it's just purely for tax cuts for the wealthiest Americans to the tune of $180,000. Folks who don't earn $180,000 a year pre-tax at all, or may take years to earn $180,000, are going to be funding tax cuts for people where, imagine, their income is so massive that they're going to get $180,000 extra back on their taxes every year. That is what the Trump tax plan is going to do. Whether or not MAGA wants to look at that reality, the numbers are there, the plan is there. And the squeeze will continue to be on until we stop it.